Hey, it's CJ from I Love My Kids blog. Lately I've had a lot of people tell me that they're terrified to make their own pie crust or they haven't had success in the past. So today I'm going to give you just from the beginning to the end on how easy it is to make your own pie crust from scratch. It's a really simple recipe. It is 2 cups of flour, 3 dashes of salt. An optional thing you can add is pumpkin pie spice, or you can add cinnamon if you want to make your pie crust like have a little bit of extra flavor if it goes with the theme of your pie. And then it's 1/2 cup of butter flavored shortening, and then 1/2 cup of warm water. Super easy, so easy to do. I'm going to do it from start to finish. I have none of my ingredients pre-measured just so you can see exactly how long it takes. So I'm going to start with 2 cups of flour. I'm using 1/2 cup measures because that's what fits best in my bucket. As you can see, I'm not spooning it in or anything. I'm just scooping it up, putting it in. So this is not a fancy technical recipe. It's really easy. To that flour, I'm going to add 3 shakes of salt. And because I'm making a pumpkin pie, I'm going to add a little bit of pumpkin pie spice. I got this on clearance for 99 cents in the clearance bin. Best price ever. And I'm just going to add some. And since I don't have a fancy camera holder or anything, I'll just show you once we get to the point of where we're at. Then I'm going to attach this hook because it's the only one I actually have because I got this on clearance too. And I'm going to mix these together. One of these days I'm going to buy one of those shield things so it doesn't fly all over the place, but for now it's fine. And then I'm going to take 1/2 cup of butter flavored shortening. I use this because it's really easy and I don't have to try to scrape anything out. It just goes like that and pushes it right out. So I'm measuring it to the 1/2 cup mark, and I'm going to just push it in and stuff it in there. And then I'm going to make sure that as I'm stuffing this in here that I don't press down and lose my 1/2 cup measurement like I just did a little bit. Then when it looks about right, I'm just going to drop it in here. I love this little tool. And then it comes out all the way, and then I can use this to scrape the little bit out. And then I'm just going to combine this, and it's going to kind of make a fluffy dough. It's not going to be mixed together very well or hold together very well. So, and almost every time this throws flour, and that's just because I have the smaller bowl and no shield. So I'm just going to gently pulse it. Until it doesn't throw flour anywhere. It's kind of making a crumb mixture together. If you do this by hand, you can just do it with your fingers. Make sure you take off any rings you have, otherwise you'll end up getting dough stuck in it, and that takes a long time to clean out. Okay, that was about maybe 20-30 seconds. Okay, now we're going to add our last ingredient, and that is 1/2 cup of warm water. I read once that warm water ruins pie crust, but I have never taken this to a place that someone hasn't asked me for my recipe, and I use warm water all the time, and it flakes perfectly. So I'm not too technical or too worried. So I have some warm water. I'm adding 1/2 cup. You definitely don't want to add more than 1/2 cup because then your dough will be too sticky and it won't flake. So about 1/2 cup. All right, now I'm just going to mix it again. Easy, right? Okay, once it starts, oh, I forgot, I was going to show you what it looks like. I'll have to attach a photo in there. Once it starts to come off from the sides and it's got most of the flour, then that means it's ready to be kneaded. So here I have my dough that is already ready to be kneaded. So we are 4 minutes into this. I'll show you what it looks like. Just like that. It's not all the way stuck together, but I'm just now going to use my hands and press it together. In fact, I'm going to take it out here so you can see what it looks like. A tip that I have, I was just talking to my mom 2 days ago, and she said, oh, pie crusts are so hard to make because my counter gets all dirty. So I have these parchment paper sheets, or you can use wax paper, and I just put it on top of that, and then my counter doesn't get messy and it comes right off. So I'm going to show you that. So I take I have two pre-cut sheets that I take, and now I can just knead this until it's a perfect pie crust. So there it is. Now this recipe makes enough for a pie shell and a pie topper. I am making a pumpkin pie today, so I'm actually going to try to do a decorative side on the pie shell. Another trick for pie crusts, if you do make a top shell, or even if you like do a lattice crust, if you cover it, like dab it with milk, you can use a napkin or you can use like a little brush, and then sprinkle it with sugar. It makes it just taste so good. So at this point I would break it in two, and then I would turn it into kind of a ball and put it down, and then I'd roll it out. So I would take my rolling pin and just roll it, which of course I didn't prepare to show you in this video because hey, it's real life, right? And then once it was rolled out, I would peel this part off, and then I'd put it back on, and then I'd peel this part off, and then my pie crust would be easily transferable into a bowl. So I'm going to get to that point, and I'll come back and show you how to do that. Okay, so that took me about 1.5 minutes to roll it out. It rolls out really easy. I have it in between my two pieces of parchment paper. I know it's wide enough when I can take my pie pan, put it upside down, and it goes around the whole thing. So the easiest way to transfer a pie is to peel one edge off. Super easy, comes right off. Then put it back on just lightly, and peel the other edge off that you had rolled on. And then you put your pie plate just on top of it like this. Slide your hand underneath, push it up and in, flip it over. And then you put it into your pie plate. This makes it so you don't rip your pie crust or have any tearing or anything. And then this just easily peels off because we lightly peeled it off right before. And then you have a perfect pie crust. Now you're going to have probably excess. So what I like to do for that is I take a butter knife, and I simply just go around and cut off the excess. Now depending on the kind of pie I'm going to make, I can do a braided crust on the side. I can roll out the topper and make a cute thing with cookie cutters. There's lots of options. So now I have this left over. I've got this awesome pie crust. It turns out flaky and delicious, and it's perfect and it's sweet, and with that extra pumpkin pie spice, it just gives it a little extra flavor. So in total, that took me like maybe 7 minutes to like get to this point. So it's totally easy. You can totally do it. If you make one, please let me know by posting on our Facebook fan page, I Love My Kids blog. Talk to you soon.